My name is Dulani Porter, and I'm with Spark. We are a brand and marketing firm with offices in Tampa and San Diego, and I tell people that I'm in the business of creative problem solving. And I'm passionate about creating cultures where creativity is not just done by a few, but is something that's really lived. So let's go back, and Aristotle reminds us that our nature is to be social. And if we're not, if we don't want to be around people, we're either beasts or we're gods. That's a pretty extreme point of view, but when you look back to our days as beginning humans, we've always sought our tribes. We need people. We want to be around them for our survival, to procreate, to find belonging, and find real purpose in our life. And not to get too sciencey, but looking at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, if you look at every single one of those layers, that's exactly what our tribes used to give us. Safety, shelter, social networks, belonging, love, all the way up to self-actualization and living a purposeful life where what we do matters. So if we imagine we're in a fishing village, we're born, source of food, we become a net maker, we find sort of our calling, and eventually we realize that without our nets, the very survival of our tribe could be at risk. And today, we still seek our tribes, but we're actually looking for them in our workplace. And it's not something that's a luxury anymore. This is a baseline expectation that's just become a reality for organizations of all types. Looking for a place where you get a safe paycheck and you like what you do, that's not enough anymore. People really want to know that what they do matters, that they have the opportunity to make an impact on the organization, that they're working for a higher purpose. And when you look at what organizations need, it goes back to creativity, problem solving, creative solutions, leadership. It all requires creativity, but are we really exploring what type of environments are required to make creativity really thrive? I tell people that 90% of what we create dies every single day. That is a brutal reality to live in. We put so much of our passion, our time, into creating something amazing, and we put it out in the world to be judged. That kind of vulnerability takes a lot. So what are we doing to create environments where ideas can live and die, but the people, the creators, are protected? Are we creating safe spaces where creativity can truly be something that's lived? The other piece is, do we have a higher purpose? Do we have a clearly defined purpose? I'm not talking about something that lives in a handbook or lives in your wall, but is it something that is lived and breathed in your organization every single day that shows people that what I do actually matters? My work is accomplishing something that's much bigger than my project. That purpose has to be lived and reinforced through action. Just to kind of put it in context, if you think about a guy who's in a fishing village and he doesn't want to fish, it's probably not going to be really great for the tribe, right? And it's not the chief that's going to be required to reprimand. The rest of the tribesmen are going to let him know, you're not really pulling your weight. That's the power of a clearly defined mission that everyone can really rally around. The other piece is when you have that mission, what are you doing to really celebrate? In this really fast-paced world, it's so easy for us to kind of move along to the next thing. But are we taking the time to really celebrate the little wins that get us to the ultimate big ones, that really moves that purpose and mission for your organization forward? That power of celebration is something that can sustain your tribe, your organization. It's against its goal. Celebrating the guy with the biggest catch has much more impact than really spending all of your time and effort on the one guy who really doesn't want to fish. There's much more payoff than the other one. And finally, we get to self-actualization. It's really hard for leaders who've worked really hard to build organizations to do the letting go. That's really the hardest part. But if you want to create a really sustainable culture, you've got to turn it over to your people. You have to empower them. Identify the people in your organization who have a true passion for your mission, who really appreciate the journey that you've taken your organization on and want to continue that in their own way. Let go, turn it over, because that sustainability, it really comes through passing the torch. No chief lasts forever, no matter how much we might want to. So that next generation is critically important. So what I'm actually going to leave you with is, to create creative cultures, we have to remember to look to our human nature. We all, as people, as humans, really want to be a part of something that's bigger than ourselves. And I truly believe that creative cultures can come from looking a little bit more at the humanity of who we are, and that's really where the source is. Thank you so much.